To defy the odds, you have to risk everything and take chances. At Old Nation Brewing Company, we did just that. From an unknown startup brewery to standing alongside national craft brands in just under a decade, we remain one of the last of the large, independently owned breweries in Michigan. Our beer is respectfully brewed using only the highest quality ingredients, and we don't cut corners. With the times changing for everyone, one thing that stays the same is Old Nation's respect for great beer and the people who love it. We're growing in cans produced and fans made. When you taste our beer, you'll know why.
I know David's leading this off with Texas State's move to the Pac-12.
I am not doing that, but they are talking about that. Yeah, Texas State. But let's get to this.
Michigan quarterback situation.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, let's get to this here, okay? Because, some of these teams may have been talked about before, but again, I want to know if you're going to put your money behind these teams, okay? So we're going to go to the ACC. This is conference picks for the ACC. Georgia Tech is at plus 1,400. Now, before you respond, let me give you a few things here. The Yellow Jackets, they are bringing back the 26th most production in FBS from last year. They had a historic recruiting class. They were 21st nationally, and they do have a fifth-year senior in Haynes King. They finished just 7-5 last year, but 4 of those 6 losses came by 12 or fewer points to Syracuse, Louisville, Georgia. ACC, will you pick them to win it at plus 1,400?
I have to see the schedule. That's not a cop-out. I just don't have the whole matrix memorized. Brent Key has done a really good job down there. 5th year, look, Haynes King, if he stays healthy, they're golden. I don't mind it, David, because the ACC, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, stinks.
Let me give you this real quick. Let me just go through it with you. At Colorado, Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs this week 2 for them. They do have Clemson at home in week 3.
Okay, that makes it plausible.
And then really no one else
they
until
play Miami?
You get Georgia at the end of the year. They do not play Miami.
Wait, you say they play Georgia?
Yes, but that's non-conference.
Non-conference game, end of the year. It's the final Saturday.
They have Pitt, who may be a threat in the ACC. They're at Atlanta as well.
Yeah,
no Miami, no Florida State.
No.
Plus, they got that little Model T that drives out on the field. You can't lose.
You know what? I will, because of that schedule.
They avoid the U.
If you can go out there and you somehow upset Clemson, you're in the driver's seat. I mean, you can't overlook Gardner-Webb, of course.
Let's get to the other team in the ACC, which I mentioned in the Georgia Tech schedule. It is Pitt at plus 3,900. They started the year at 7-0, dealt with an injury with their quarterback, Eli Holstein. He basically missed 4.5 games, so they had 6 straight losses. But when he played and finished a game, they averaged 38.9 points per game with him, and they returned a top 40 defense this year.
I'll leave this to Rico. I'm out on Narduzzi. This is on him.
David, every time I think that this team is going to be good, they just fall down. And then when I think he's about to get fired, they rise back up. No, I wouldn't, because they're too unpredictable. Plain and simple. No, that's a hard no for me.
So they do have Louisville at home, Notre Dame at home, and Miami at home.
But they don't have a home field.
Okay, that's fair.
Is it Heinz Field still?
They're playing at Acusure, whatever they call that place now, yeah.
I'm out.
It's Heinz Field, right?
Correct. That's what I call it. I will always call it
the place that Bain blew up. Okay.
Yes.
Love to see that at Spartan Stadium. Just a single-day teardown. Build it up again.
Oh, with no people in it.
No people. I'm just saying.
It's like,
my.
Bain, no, I didn't mean it that way. I meant Bain runs a very effective demo process. It's not even a crew. You know how much money you save?
Like, it's like, wow. Only, was it one person survived that whole thing?
Rico, what do you think is going on here, man?
I didn't mean it that way.
David, they will have an opportunity, but no, I don't see them winning those 3 games. So, no.
Next on the list, they are currently 3rd on FanDuel. And I know, Mike, you love this team, but are you putting your money behind Texas Tech at plus 650? They are behind Utah, Kansas State, and Arizona in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I am. I think money talks. And when you look at the Big 12, it's as wide open as anyone. And you look at these other teams. I mean, what exactly Utah, I got to have a quarterback. Now, I know they got Devin Dampier, the kid from New Mexico, but that's a major step up in competition. Got to see it to believe it. Outside of Utah, I do not believe in sunshine at Kansas State.
Okay. Here you go. Conference games at Utah, at Houston, Kansas at home, at Arizona State, Oklahoma State at home, at Kansas State, BYU, UCF.
It's a tough haul.
And at West Virginia.
I'm not telling you it's easy, but the money Tech is spending, what they're doing in the portal, the quality they're bringing in. I got to bet that like they were a year ahead of schedule last year. This is kind of like what we talked about Miami 2 years ago. Yeah, take a flyer on them. I don't value the Big 12.
Let's move over to the Big Ten, and I don't want you to laugh at this first team because we always do, but let me go through their schedule, and then we can maybe laugh.
What, Indiana?
It is Penn State at plus 270, and let me give you their schedule here, okay? They have Oregon at home. The only other big team they have is at Ohio State, November 1st, and then Indiana. But by then, they have them on November 8th. Indiana will probably be out and unranked. So, are you going Penn State at plus 270?
Don't look at me. James Franklin,
I know,
I'm out.
I know.
Just to win the Big Ten?
Just to win the Big Ten.
I can do that. I can do that to win the Big Ten. It's not asking him to win a national title,
No,
Mike.
but they got to get to the Big Ten title game and win it.
And I think they can because the quarterback situation at Ohio State, I think they're going to be in a little bit, not of a controversy, but they're going to be rotating quarterbacks in and out the game.
A lot of quarterbacks.
Penn
try to
State
figure
will
out
be
their
coming
guy.
off a bye week before they face Ohio State.
Now, the game, David, that you may want to watch out for would be Indiana because Indiana is right after Ohio State.
After Ohio State.
So even if you go into the Columbus and beat them, you're going to be riding so high you will fall on your face at home.
And then it's a
against
trap.
Indiana.
And then it's a trap game because then you have to go at Michigan State for Penn State. So
be
worried about that
what
game.
trap?
Mike,
What trap?
Mike, walk around the rake. That was a rake. Walk
Sorry.
around it. You're better than that.
James Franklin stinks. No.
But to win the Big Ten, yes.
All right, let's get to the SEC. Let's talk about
Oklahoma.
no
Damn it.
LSU
No.
at plus 750 right now. Of course, they have the returning quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. They have the number one transfer portal class, which we talked about before.
Yeah, that's fine. The defense has been a mess, and they lost a ton of NFL players, including on offense up front, the tight end Mason Taylor, a couple of wide receivers. I'm not buying.
They
Here's
were
the thing,
ranked
though.
89th nationally for those that want to know defensively.
Toughest road games are in November at Alabama.
That's a loss.
And the final game is at Oklahoma.
That's a loss. There you go.
Okay.
John Mateer. If you don't know, you're going to know. I'm out on LSU this year. But
All right,
Rico,
that's fair.
if he wants to buy, let him
No,
buy.
I mean, that's your team. I mean, they got the Tiger and all of that.
No, his team, not
Ole Miss.
Oklahoma. No, it's Florida. Florida's at plus 2,000, though.
Oklahoma and Florida are the two that I
yeah.
again, but if you're going to mess with any of this crap, it's got to be a bomb pop.
Correct.
Who the hell's betting some plus 270
Correct.
thing?
Wow, Florida, their schedule once again.
They survived it last year. Lagway is a stud.
At LSU, at Miami, week off, Texas at home.
At Miami's a win.
Texas at home.
Win.
At A&M.
Win. F it. I don't care. $10 Napier haircuts for everybody.
And then they finish the year out, Georgia at home, at Kentucky, at Ole Miss, Tennessee at home, Florida State.
All right, listen. There's a lot happening there. Maybe I want to retract. I think they're going to have a really nice year.
Do they not like this man? Like, they keep setting him up to fail.
It is.
It's the SEC,
Here's the
man.
thing.
Poor
I'm
Billy
sitting-
Napier's a crash test dummy. They
I'm
just
sitting
keep
here-
sending him into the wall.
Right. This is like the Lions' first 10 games. Like, wow.
So let's close it out with this one here. This is a national championship bet here.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with you, Rico, because last week you talked positive about this program. You have dogged them for years. You didn't believe in their coach because he did not go in the transfer portal.
Yeah, no,
But at plus 1,400 for Clemson, are you putting your money there at the positive talk for Clemson?
I could do this, David.
Personal growth.
Yes,
Rico
it
Beers.
is.
I can do this only because if anything, I saw last year the college football playoff. It's unpredictable. You just got to get hot at the right time. And if you're Clemson, the ACC, you win that championship and you just ride that wave. Yes, I could see it happening.
Klubnik.
And you got Klubnik.
You have a quarterback, you have a chance.
And
it's what this is.
And like it or not, they do have championship experience from their coaching staff.
I just don't like how they get off the bus in their uniforms. They look stupid.
And to be fair to what you said, when you have two teams like Texas and Ohio State in front of them in the odds, which we don't know what happens. I mean, we got Arch Manning, but we got to see with him in the quarterback situation at Ohio State, plus 1,400.
I mean, injuries, David, you don't know. I mean, think
right.
about like the top teams didn't go that far last year. So, yeah.
That was good talk, Derek. I love college football. We'll be back
I'm
soon.
glad you do.
You do too.
That is your
You do too.
college football blitz.
Hey, OC Human Euros kid.